I am Tony,
This is Dion.
and this is The Couch.
Michelle.
This is The Couch. This is The Couch. This is The Couch. This is The Couch. Welcome back, guys, to The Couch. We apologize that it's been such a long time since we've seen you guys.
Woo!
I am Tony.
Dion.
This is my man Dion. We are on the couch for you guys. The album of discussion today is actually the White Mandingos, The Ghetto is Trying to Kill Me, right? Now, mind you guys, this album came out last year, but I do feel like this album needs a little bit of recognition. I also think that this album didn't get a lot of press. I don't feel like it did. I'm sure it did to certain demographics, but this album didn't get a lot of press for me, man. And I actually feel like this album, went as one of the albums of the year last year. It should have been one of the albums of the year last year, but I think it went under
Under the radar.
Under the radar, yeah. And so I kind of wanted to touch back on this. We both agreed that we wanted to fuck with this one, man. And so The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. So what are your thoughts on this one? Well, hold on. Sorry about that, my man. The Ghetto is Trying to Kill Me is ultimately a supergroup with my man Merce from Living Legends.
Yes.
Felt. Merce and Fashawn.
Yeah.
He's always doing all these side projects. And Bad Brains, which is a great combination, man. A little bit of punk mixed in with this hip hop and shit, with like roots hip hop, like dope shit. True fusion album, I think. You know what I mean? It's not like on some Linkin Park cheesy ass bullshit.
I think he referenced the Coup somewhere.
Nice.
Like I said, having the ability to open for them, knowing what a band like that sounds like, and then being able to reference and listen to White Mandingos.
Yes.
Amazing track.
This album to me was this album was really dope to me, man. Like I really thought that this was a very well put together record, bro. The Ghetto is Trying to Kill Me. It's a concept album. In the vinyl, it comes with like the story. I'm sure with the CD as well. It comes with the story of Tyrone White, who ultimately is Merce. Ultimately, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here in this concept album, where he's this white guy who lives in these projects in Harlem, and this is his story. The Ghetto is Trying to Kill Me. I really like how the album starts off with the title track, The Ghetto is Trying to Kill Me. Man, it just hits you. Yeah, that swag. It just hits you right off the top with showing you what kind of album this is. This is a fusion, mind-altering, expansive album. I really feel that way.
Yeah, I should say it more, but like Merce is honestly, my favorite MC in ever.
Dope.
And the reason why he is because he's not one of those guys that has to be like
It's very simple,
straightforward,
yep.
And
Right to the point.
And it's just like when I listen to Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, it's crazy because it's almost like if you could write my story down, me personally, my story down, or perform it or record it or whatever, it would sound a lot
like this album,
a lot like this.
Huh.
Like there's, what I'm saying, like there's a lot of tracks where he referenced how he's treated by both sides, racism on both sides, and it's crazy. What I'm saying? I'm from the South originally, but nobody believes me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way I talk.
Right.
And that's my parents.
So ultimately, you were Tyrone White.
Yeah, in a sense, I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm saying, anybody looking outside in from my home probably would think that I am too. But ultimately, his story is like my story. And I think listening to it, he says a lot of stuff that I would want to say that I don't say, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm, pumped because I didn't say it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, this man does, Merce will always speak that truth, man. And like I said, I've never run into a situation or listened to something where I've never been like, I didn't understand what he meant by that. He's very clear on what he's saying.
Oh yeah.
He makes his points excellent. He makes his point so evident that he's fed up with the way things are. For being a black man, you know what I'm saying, and for seeing the things outside and us blaming this for this, and it's a lot of in your face stuff. Like he has like transitions in his album,
Yeah.
and I feel like those are like moments for you to rest.
Right.
And take it
and
everything.
soak it all in.
I've never, I hear transitions in all types of albums, but that's the first time I ever got so much in one thing. Like number 8 was just that moment to just take everything in that he said.
Oh, my weapon.
And it's just insane.
Man, I really, and it's funny that you're talking about, you identifying with him as a black man and all of this stuff. I actually think that this album, maybe one of the reasons why I didn't really hear about it so much,
Right.
is because it definitely is like a social project, and it's talking about what's really going on in our cities and in our worlds and suburban areas and the tenements, and it's also talking about like how other people view it as well. And I really like that. Like, if you really sat down with this record and started, dissecting it and really listening to it, he's like a politician on this thing, man. Like, he's really trying to bridge those gaps between maybe brothers that are into rock music, you know what I'm saying, and white dudes that are into hip hop, and how can we kind of come on that same path, you know what I mean? I really like this record a lot, man. I do like Black Girl Tooth. That was a really good track right there. And it's funny, there's a track called My First White Girl on this album right here, man. And when we did an album review about mid last year, the Goody Mob's album, Age Against the Machine, I think the name of that record was. And they did a track on there that was very similar to the title. I think it was called My Very First White Girl or Becky, or it was something like that. And I really didn't like how that song was how that song really came out, man. It just sounded real cheesy and just really whack. But on this, it's the exact same topic, the exact same thing, but Merce and the Bad Brains, they were absolutely able to portray it just way better. It was funny.
Right.
There was some ribbon in there. It was really cool, man.
It's just one of those, and it was real. You know what I mean? It's off, so it's like it's one of those things. So like what I'm saying, you've heard it all through the years. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to put that type of mess or put that type of truth out there because somebody might get offended, someone won't like the album. But I'm like, you think about it, people get offended just for you walking down the street.
Yeah, just for you being there.
Just for you being there. And so it's like you hardly ever hear any truth, like so much truth in one album.
Yeah.
And it's like I know people will listen to it and I ain't trying to hear somebody try to tell me how to live my life. This and that. And it's a lot of stuff, they go on about things that you should be proud of. And you shouldn't even be proud of, like the Wesley Snipes thing, like that track.
I was just getting ready to talk about that track right there. That Wesley Snipes track is another social track. Like, man, take care of your motherfucking business, man.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes so they don't get you like Wesley Snipes. And it's a really dope track. There's another track on there called "Guilty of Being White," right? And it's really cool. It's a really cool track because yeah. Well, no, I don't.
But I thought it was. They said Minor Threat.
Okay.
And they said that. Yeah.
My bad.
I'm
getting ahead of myself.
Right.
But I really like that. I really like that track because of the concept album where it's Tyrone White, this white guy who's living in Harlem in the projects, and he's the one that's guilty of being white. He's guilty of being white. I really thought that was really cool as well.
I'm sorry for something I didn't do to somebody, and I don't know who.
Yep.
You blame me for slavery 100 years before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty of
being white. Yeah, I'm guilty of being white.
And it's just like crazy, man, because it's reversing.
Yes.
What you would normally.
Yes, I really like that. I actually feel like individuals who are on a little more expansive side on the hip hop tip, if you're interested in getting, a fun way of getting taught about what's going on in the world. You like the fusion of punk and hip hop together, like real punk, real hip hop together. Like it's not no watered down bullshit. It's a really great album, man.
Amazing musicians.
Oh man.
The tracks are just so well put together. You know what I'm saying? Just, they got down. You could tell this is something I would love to catch live. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. And I've heard that the White Mandingos live show is off the chain too. But Mercy puts on a great show anyway, and the Bad Brains, they put on a great show. So I mean, it's only right that they would have a great set. Tracks like King of New York, man, like that's a hardcore track, man. Like that really goes in on.
I spent some time trying to figure out what he was talking about and shit. And I don't know, I didn't catch it, you know what I'm saying? Like I kept trying to decipher. At first I thought he was talking about hip hop or music or something of that nature, you know what I mean? But in the end he said something about, and if I'm missing it, I'm wrong, you know, 14th Street. But I mean, I don't know if that was from an old song that he did, but when I was listening to it, I kept thinking he was talking about music because he was talking about how, you know, you wasn't nothing without me, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop, maybe, you know, in a sense, but it's one of those strong songs that just stands out.
That's what I garnered from it, is because, you know, in this being a concept album, you know, this is a story of Tyrone. This is Tyrone's like appreciation for music and how hip hop came out of New York City. He is the king of New York because he is an advocate for the hip hop. Now I could be wrong as well, to be reading into it all different as well, but that's kind of what I garnered from that track, King of New York, which is a really dope track, man. Yeah, really gritty track. I love the sound on there. The mixing on this album is amazing. I just love how everything is bright and clean and just shooting out at you, you know. For real, man, this album, The Ghetto Is Trying to Kill Me from the White Mandingos, is a beautiful album, bro. And if you haven't checked this album out, you definitely have to cop this album, especially if you like Merce, and even if you're not really into hip hop and you want to check out some what the Bad Brains have been up to lately. This is a great record to go check out, man. I would have to rate this as one of the best albums that came out last year, and it's just such a shame that I didn't really hear a whole bunch of people talking about this record, man.
I have to say
it's their loss.
Yeah, no doubt. For me, I think it's got to be in my top 5 now. You know,
right?
Because there's a lot of hip hop, there's a lot of music that spoke to me, that's been part of my life. But it's just like something that a lot of this I've experienced, a lot of this I have thought, but not said. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know about how it's going to come out. They don't want to offend. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, hip hop's the wrong business to be worried about offending someone.
That's true.
Because so it's just like, you know, I just love hip hop. So. And I'm gonna continue. Right. Anyway, but in that same sense, it's a beautiful thing that I can hear this from somebody and one of my favorite MCs.
Definitely, man. I really thought you would like this too, with your rock and roll background from your parent, from your dad and stuff. You know what I mean? And just kind of incorporating the two righteously. You know what I mean? I really thought that. Yeah, man. Ghetto Is Trying to Kill Me, White Mandingos. This is a must-have for any serious music collector. I feel personally, if you're into hip-hop, if you're into all kinds of music, I actually really recommend this album. It's a shame that it went under the radar last year, but and it's a shame that we're just getting to it now. But better late than never. White Mandingos, Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, The Couch. I am Tony.
Still Dion.
Still Dion. This is The Couch. Peace.
Black righteous space, I might catch a case. I'll be hiding in a spaceship, but as soon as the bass hits, I become an escapist. Back to the basics, hip-hop based in a project basement. How you seen God if you never free bass, kid? Meditation.
Alright guys, this is Tony from The Couch. Thank you guys for all watching and supporting The Couch. I would just like you guys to subscribe. And any comments or inquiries or any albums that you guys want us to review, please hit us with the comments down below. Thank you guys again for supporting The Couch. Stay tuned for what's coming up next. Peace.